Hey everybody, AFire Marketing back with you. Got a quick tip for you today on how to remove a tripod from a 360 photo or photosphere. And if you're not familiar, a 360 photo is essentially a number of photos, depending on your type of camera, stitched together to allow you to pan and zoom all the way around a complete 360 degrees up and down in order to see the entire environment around you in that particular photo. A very cool, engaging engagement factor when you're looking at photos, especially for businesses who want to do a virtual reality tour. You can utilize a Google Pixel phone, which has the inboard camera that has a 360 feature. You can also, if you just have an Android device, can download certain apps such as Google Street View and Google Cardboard, which also have the ability to take 360-degree photos, be it maybe 24 images that they stitch together. The process sometimes can be a little bit more tedious with that. Or you could purchase, like I use, an external 360 camera, which is remote controlled by your phone. And I personally use the Ricoh Theta 5. And what you'll find though in those 360 photos is when you set up a 360 camera, or you're standing within the shot, and it maybe catches your feet as you're kind of rolling around. A lot of times that happens when you're getting the bottom one with a standard Android app type camera action. But you'll receive that spot on the bottom where you have the tripod. So for instance, as I open my 360 images here, you'll notice I have this one of this house I've taken, and along the bottom, when you're in 360 mode, certainly isn't very intrusive, but you'll notice I have that tripod there. And that tripod I want to remove out of the image. And in the preview mode, you can see it's a little bit more difficult to imagine how you would remove that, as it stretches along the entire bottom of the image, which is kind of a bummer in most cases, but that's the way those are laid out. And if you're familiar with 360 photos, it is a little bit difficult to adjust or manipulate these because of the fact that it is laid out in a specific way to be 360, and any type of editing or healing, I guess, in the circumstance of the picture can make it very unusual looking in the 360, where you can tell it's been distorted. So I try to minimize that. One way that you can also do this outside of a phone is through a professional editing software. I personally use Corel PaintShop Pro Ultimate 2019, and it does have a tripod remover tool within the 360 edit mode on that program, but it is a very tedious process having to go back and forth between a phone and a PC, when a lot of times I just want to quickly be able to do it here. And to be honest, it has very good results through this particular method as well. So without further ado, I'll show you here. What I'm actually going to utilize is a Google product as well. It's called Google Snapseed. I'll click on that, and I have a bunch of 360 photos here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and open one of these images, and actually maybe I'll go back here so you can kind of see the setup here. So we have, as you get into the Snapseed app, it'll pull it open here, and you can tap to anywhere to open and then find a specific image that you want to utilize. In this case, I'm going to utilize one out of my Ricoh Theta folder, and we're going to maybe try to find that one I was working on there, which I believe was this guy here. And what we can do then is go to Tools along the bottom, and again, this is a Google product, so it's free in the App Store, very easy to get, and I really like utilizing this for all my photo editing on the fly. You can really take a picture from any phone and turn it into a very nice photo using a lot of really easy manipulations. But in this circumstance, we're going to use the one over here to the left, the third one down, called Healing. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And a lot of times people have a difficult time trying to heal such a space as this, where it's really long across the entire image. But really quickly, I want to show you how I do it. And this is just a kind of an art form that you can redo over and over and over again until you get it. The nice thing about this particular app by Google, Snapseed, is that it doesn't manipulate the raw data for this photo. So it will remain within a 360 ability after I do the editing. So that's a really nice feature of this particular app. And it allows a lot of versatility, where sometimes you're not able to do a whole lot of alterations to these photos without damaging the raw metadata that's attached to it, allowing it to be a 360 photo once you upload it to a specific site or network. So as you can see, I got that tripod along the bottom. What I'm trying to do is just remove that. A lot of times people, what they'll do is they'll kind of dot it like that, and you can see it's going to really make a manipulation effect there that we're not really going to like. We really want a consistent manipulation effect or healing effect across the entire bottom. So I can undo those just by clicking the undo button all the way back to the beginning. But what I like to do is really kind of try to focus on getting a nice clean line across the bottom with my finger, just swiping along it, trying to get the entire spot there, but not too much that's outside of it. As you can see there, the left hand didn't really turn out to me, but what I can do is just undo it again, try it again, maybe grab a little bit more space along the top there. Again, just trying to do it consistently and evenly all the way across is really the key to it, so you have a nice consistent heel. And that looks halfway decent. As you can see, we still have some red there within that spot, so I'm just going to go ahead and try it one more time here. Maybe I can get a little bit thicker of a line there to help us out as an example, but what you'll see is there's going to be a significant improvement here for having that tripod removed either way. So I'm going to go hit the check mark, just hit the done button there essentially, and you can see the before and after effects there. And you can certainly go back and, fix that a little bit more, such as this. We'll go back to healing and just pop a little bit more in there if we wanted to do that, or some of these dark spots here we kind of maybe remove. Very easy to do. You also have a lot of image adjustment tools that you're able to utilize for the same effect. So we're going to go ahead and hit the OK button, and we're going to zoom all the way out so you can see that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit export. And what we're going to do is just hit save, create a copy of your photo. And that's usually the best way to do it, to be able to create a whole new copy of your photo and keep your original as is. So what we'll do is go to save. And you'll see it's just going through that process, pretty easy. And then we can go to view, and we'll just open once with our Google Photos so we can see it in 360 mode. And once it kind of catches up with the rendering, it should have a little logo pop up there saying it's ready to go. We'll go through Google Photos here so it knows what we're doing. We'll go back to Snapseed, and we'll find that one there, which I think is this guy here. Yep, and you'll notice that little round icon up here. So now when I look down, it's not halfway as bad as having a tripod there. It's a little more camouflaged, as you can see. So someone's really not going to notice that, and it's got a very minimal visual impact to the photo itself. So, but again, it retained all of its 360 metadata, so it's able to have that adjustment without losing any of that important data that it needs in order to justify itself as a 360 photo online. Hope this helps you out, guys. I know a lot of people struggle with removing tripods, and using a free app from Google on Android Play Store down to your phone, and then editing it very quickly on your phone and saving a copy with all metadata intact is a very useful tool. Hope it helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate watching. Till next time, take her easy.